and gentlemen, welcome to Chad Richardson Stadium for tonight's The Week for Club matchups between Tenfifteen FC and your Oklahoma United. As United walks out onto the pitch, also help welcome the kids from CMP Crew FC. Brings us now time to introduce the starting lineups. First for the visitors, Tenfifteen FC, starting in goals, number 1, Jacob Warren. Number 2, Gio Torres. Number 4, Adam Atari. Number 7, Nicholas Rowe. Number 8, Lau Sumi. Number 9, Adil Pineda. Number 10, Christian Cabrera. Number 12, Peter Mbucha. Number 15, Anthony Souza. Number 16, Tristan Barber, and number 17, Gabriel Rodriguez. And now the starters for your Oklahoma United FC. Starting in goal, number 1, Alexis Bertrand. Number 2, Isaac Dalhart. Number 3, Kareem Williams. Number 6, Beckham Williams. Number 9, Ethan Nicolo. Number 10, Natalia Milevich. Number 12, Carter Adams. Number 15, Ethan Taylor. Number 16, Tucker Austin. Number 19, Elijah Langford. And number 25, Shea Prescott. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask at this time if you are able to please rise as we honor America with a pledge of our national anthem sung tonight by Reese Williams.
Tonight, the top of the table meets the bottom. The last divisional opponent to cross United's path makes the road trip to Central Oklahoma for a midweek showdown. It's Oklahoma United FC versus Tenfifteen FC. We thank you for joining us here live. I'm Dylan Rivera. I'll be alongside you this evening. Excited for this matchup because Oklahoma United has been rolling to start this season. They are now 4-1-0, undefeated this year so far. Tenfifteen FC, again, flip side here. They are yet to get even a draw. They are 0-4 this year. So the reason I'm excited for this matchup, I think we're going to get to see a lot of the lineup for Oklahoma United tonight. I think it'll be a type of night where Jimmy Nilsson can go deep into his bench and be able to utilize every single player that is out here tonight in Edmond. Obviously, the game of soccer is unpredictable, and you can't book yourself for a win by any means. But if there ever was a game where you feel like you could in this League for Clubs division here in the central part of the country, in the Red River Conference, it would be this one. It would be against Tenfifteen. But it takes just one good effort from Tenfifteen, one bad night for Oklahoma United, and things could turn on their head. We'll see how it shakes out as the two sides ready up. Just about set to get underway here. Sun beginning to set behind Chad Richardson Stadium. Winds, again, going to play a factor here tonight. My pregame conversation with Jimmy Nilsson, he brought up the wind and said it may affect how we play here tonight, but we've got a plan B just in case if it becomes too much of a factor. And I joked with him that when you play in Oklahoma, you're always going to have to play in some wind, and that has certainly been the case this season. 3 home matches, and all 3 of them, the wind has been a storyline. We agreed that the Dallas Dragons, the first matchup here at Chad Richardson Stadium, that game certainly had the most wind, but tonight still a breeze that goes right to left across your screen. Winds coming out of the south. Oklahoma United in their home blue uniforms, Tenfifteen in their mint green. The official blows his whistle, and we are underway. Starters for Oklahoma United. It's a 4-4-2 formation. It's a little bit of a hybrid. It'll take shapes depending on where on the pitch the ball is located. It may look a little bit different than a 4-4-2, but that's the base of it. And in goal is Alexis Bertrand. Left back number 3, team captain Kareem Williams. Isaac Dalhart, the center back, number 2, starts alongside Shea Prescott, number 25. At right back, it'll be number 16, Tucker Austin. The holding midfielders, center midfielders, Beckham Williams, number 6, and number 15, Ethan Taylor. Outside, it'll be Matija Milenovic, number 10, on the left side. On the right side, it'll be Carter Adams, number 12. And in attack, number 9, Ethan Nicolo, and number 19, Eli Langford. If you've tuned into all of Oklahoma United's matches this season, those are all familiar names. Ethan Nicolo might be the only one a bit unfamiliar. If you missed this past Saturday's match against FC Dallas, he came in as a substitute late in that match. Didn't get to show his full prowess because Oklahoma United sat back a little bit more defensively in the second half. He's an attacker, so you didn't get to see exactly what he's capable of, but he's capable of a lot. He's capable of a lot of scoring. Was just last year the leading goal scorer, or tied for the leading goal scorer in Division II at Oklahoma Christian University just down the road. Was a D2 first-team All-American, Lone Star Conference Forward and Player of the Year. Had the record for NCAA-era number of goals at OC. Bringing that same attacking acumen just up the road to UCO now. Had 14 goals against NCAA competition for the Eagles. 17 was the total. His 2 seasons at OC, 22 goals, 4 assists in 25 matches. It's one factor with these summer teams in the league for clubs. You get guys for maybe just part of the season rather than a guaranteed full season from a lot of players. Nicolo is the second to last player to join the program. There will be one more addition being made at the end of this week that will complete the roster. But then just as much as you can celebrate having everybody in Edmond, you very quickly have to count your blessings because players will start to leave and start to head back to school or head back home, wherever it may be. And you go from building up players to then losing players and having to adjust your lineups as such. Head coach Jimmy Nielsen prepared for that. Ball through from Beckham Williams to Eli Langford. Langford, ball in. Nicolo, good touch, good control in front of the keeper. But a good play by the hands. And Jacob Warren, off his line, makes the stop. Ball went with Alexis Bertrand, but unable to control it. It goes for a corner kick. The press was on. And now Tenfifteen at the corner flag. Corner kicks brought to you by Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Nicholas Rowe puts it in play. Over every head. And United will win the throw-in. Tucker Austin looking for Eli Langford. Was he onside? Doesn't matter. The keeper will clear it. Prescott. Now Beckham Williams. Tucker Austin. Williams back to Prescott. Prescott playing with some tape over his hand. Has a finger injury. May have been a dislocation, may have been more, but at least able to play through it. Keeper at a full dive. Gets it out of his area. And a free kick now on the way for Tenfifteen. Free kicks brought to you by Fresh Fit 405. Also want to give a shout out to the mascots here tonight, CMP Crew FC. Saw them at the start of the broadcast alongside Oklahoma United.
Fresh Fit 405.
Good ball through from Kareem Williams. Excellent touch on it. Cut inside, and now Milinovic a shot. It's saved. Went right at the hands of the keeper. Williams sends it back in at the back post. It goes in! Kareem Williams, a screamer from outside. There's no way anyone could have saw this coming. This was a ball meant for Eli Langford. Gets over the outstretched hands of Jacob Warren, finds the woodwork, and Kareem Williams able to score here tonight and get his first goal of the season.
That's a front porch Homes goal by number 3, Kareem Williams.
So United opens the scoring early, just 8 minutes in. Kareem Williams, the team captain, gets his first on the season. A guy that's credited for having a very positive attitude. Easy to have a positive attitude when you score goals like that. The fullback position, doesn't score often. 44 appearances in 2 seasons at Mid-America Christian. 4 goals and 5 assists in that time. His first team all-conference in 2022. Also played at NOC Tonkawa for a while before making his way to MacU. Langford with the keeper pressing, and it looked like Langford just lost his footing. He had the step on the keeper, would have certainly gotten to the ball first. Maybe the excitement made him a little overzealous. Or maybe the turf monster out here at Chad Richardson Stadium got him. Goals tonight brought to you by Front Porch Homes. Got wonderful sponsors that help make everything happen here in Edmond. Tropical Smoothie Cafe, Teriyaki Madness, Fresh Fit 405, Front Porch Homes. Front Porch Homes. I've done that twice now. Front Porch Homes. And Glaucoma Surgeons of Oklahoma as well. Might be my version of the Sally sells seashells. I just can't seem to say Front Porch Homes. Shot attempt off the post. I'm up here playing games and Tenfifteen FC's trying to score. Good attempt by the Road Mints. And they again go to the corner flag.
Corner kicks brought to you by Teriyaki Madness.
That'll be a goal kick now for Bertrand. Bertrand had a spectacular performance against the FC Dallas U23s on Saturday. Made some spectacular saves. Jimmy Nielsen brought up 2 in particular that he felt were really crucial. Ended up being credited with 4 saves, a lot of them full stretch, really good shot attempts, and he was able to get his glove to him. Milinovic, edge of the box. Can't connect with Langford. Asked Jimmy Nielsen about whether that makes him happy, being a former goalkeeper himself, to see such a good performance from his keeper. And he said very bluntly, "I'm happy when we win." And that kind of just speaks to the philosophy of not just Jimmy Nielsen, but the culture he's trying to cultivate for the summer is a team first mentality. Always being about the group. And that's clearly showing on the pitch so far. Mentioned at the start of the broadcast, 4-1-0 on the season. Taylor to Austin. Good 1-2. Austin in. And Nicolo got the final touch. A goal kick on the way. Milanovich's pass took a deflection off of his teammate, Ethan Taylor. Now Langford to Carter Adams, excuse me. And now a Teriyaki Madness corner kick.
This United FC corner kick brought to you by Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
Beckham Williams setting up. Everyone lined up at the back post right now. Headed away by Tenfifteen. Milanovic to Kareem Williams. Now Beckham Williams on the opposite side. Toward goal, a deflection. Langford gets a touch, trying to control it. And Prescott able to put it out of play and slow down the counterattack. Tenfifteen FC to throw it in. This is Tristan Barber putting it back in play. Prescott switches sides of the pitch. Kareem Williams. Now Milanovic. Milanovic, the 2v1. Pulls it back out and gives it to Dalhart. In from Austin. Headed away. Can Nicolo clean it up? Too high. Counterattack mounting. Rodriguez pulls it back. Now the ball in. Dalhart deflected it. Austin heads it away. And now quickly the other way. Nicolo to Langford. Langford with a big touch. Tripped up from behind. Referee instantly reaches for the pocket. Boy, if that ball was a yard further to the left, you may be talking about a penalty kick. Although it's now probably about 2 yards out of the keeper's area.
It's brought to you by Freshman 405.
Spotted about the 12-yard line of the football field. Roughly 20 yards away from goal at this spot. Fresh Fit 405 free kick. Langford will take it. Toward goal. Williams may have gotten a touch, but the keeper did as well. Langford decided to play the cross. And truthfully, I would not have been surprised if he had gone for goal.
This corner kick's brought to you by Teriyaki Madness.
Get about 20 yards out, and he's got 7 goals on the season. In from Williams. Spills out in front of the keeper. Taylor, Milinovic. United bringing a press in the early going here. Another piece of the pregame conversation puzzle I had with Jimmy Nielsen. Asked if he would be pressing and up in the faces of Tenfifteen or if they would sit back and invite them to play, and he said, we're going to start aggressive. And that's what you see here. Start with the foot on the gas. And if they feel it may be more effective to give Tenfifteen space, give them a chance to get out of their own defensive third, and then counterattack from there, then they'll adjust. But for now, staying aggressive, continuing to press. Those are defensive tactics. And right now, United is on the offensive. Excellent ball toward Langford. Keeper read it. Comes off his line and makes the catch. Good vision, though, from Milinovic. Tucker Austin. Throw in for Tenfifteen FC. Langford. Outside, Ethan Taylor. Milinovic in front of goal. Corner kick on the way. Tropical Smoothie Cafe corner kick.
Corner kick's brought to you by Teriyaki Madness.
At the back post, headed by Milinovic, and Taylor got the last touch. It's 2 for Oklahoma United. First goal of the season for Kareem Williams earlier. First goal of the season for Ethan Taylor. And that play happens because of Matija Milenovic on the back post. He'll be credited with the assist.
That's our front porch home's goal for number 15, Ethan Taylor, assisted by number 6, Beckham Williams.
Williams, the corner kick placed well on the back post. You can see everybody lined up there, able to pick out Milenovic's head. Milenovic put that toward goal. I'm sure he was not intending that to be a pass, but rather a shot. His teammate there. Give it that extra push. And Taylor's on the score sheet. 5 goals, 4 assists in 22 appearances at Oklahoma City University in 2025. His first for United here tonight. Beckham Williams. Now Nicolo. Nicolo has a shot. Didn't have much of a chance. Carter Adams whistled, tripping Christian Cabrera.
Free kicks brought to you by Fresh Fit 405.
Fresh Fit 405 free kick. Play the ball in. Prescott there to head it away. Kareem Williams possesses. Now Dalhart. A little dangerous hanging on to it in the keeper's area. Now United quickly on the run. Ball too far in front of Carter Adams. Gio Torres. Now Nicholas Rowe. Throw in on the far side. Langford. Dalhart on the back line looked like he was unhappy with the decision just to send it away by Langford. Carter Adams. Good control from Langford. Looking for room to cross. Milanovic unable to get to it. Bucha there defensively. Tucker Austin. Another chance to cross in. Beckham Williams. Nicolo. That chance snuffed out. Prescott with a little bit of flair on that interception. Shea Prescott, another one of the OCU stars here for Oklahoma United. Ball in search of Langford. The keeper somehow let that by. Be a goal kick. They'll say Langford got the last touch. My angle up here is hard to tell.
Fans, don't forget that after the game, you'll be able to go onto the pitch for on-field autographs for a specific amount of time. After the game, go onto the field for on-pitch autographs.
Langford on the move. Connecting with Milanovic. It's saved. Ethan Taylor. Now Kareem Williams. Left-footed cross. Not cleared well enough. Tucker Austin was trying to find Nicolo. And it now sets up a Teriyaki Madness corner kick. We reached the half-hour mark. Oklahoma United 2 goals in front. One came from this very situation. At the corner flag on the west end. Just about the same spot. It goes to the back post. Alhart and Milanovic trying to track it. United wins it back. Langford through to Austin and just too much on it. Jacob Warren has had his work cut out for him.
Fans, also don't forget that we will be back here on Saturday night at 7 o'clock at Toro SC.
Has to come off of his line quite a bit here so far in this first half. Sure, he'd love to sit back and enjoy the sounds of the waterfall right behind him, but instead tested often in this first half hour. 2 have gotten by. United looking to make it 3 here. Langford couldn't quite catch up to that one. Prescott. Dalhart. And now Williams. There's a little disconnect there between Ethan Taylor and Prescott moments ago. Those two teammates at OCU. Prescott, the 2024 Sooner Athletic Conference Newcomer of the Year. Ethan Taylor, 2025 Newcomer of the Year. Taylor will throw it into the keeper's area. Warren again off his line. Pass again. Too heavy for Langford to catch up to. Bucha. Pineda. Just looking to get that out to the left wing for Nicholas Rowe. Ball won by Beckham Williams. Had Nicolo running through, but instead pulls it back and slows it down. Tucker Austin hits it to his left foot. And it's saved by Jacob Warren again. Those low shots seem to kind of stick on the turf here at Chad Richardson. Colo and Austin both now have had those rollers just slow down in front of the keeper. And Warren able to get to both of them. Foul on United. Tristan Barber. Now Langford, as United wins the ball back. They've got numbers. Great pass through. Ethan Nicolo.
Goal number 9, Ethan Nicolo, assisted by number 19, Elijah Langford.
Let's just keep the firsts going. Kareem Williams got his first. Ethan Taylor got his first. Now Ethan Nicolo deposits number 1 on the season for himself. Assist to Eli Langford. Great pass by the striker. Those two as a partnership up front will be fun to watch. If you've not made it out for an Oklahoma United match yet, you're going to want to now. This team already exciting as it was. You add Ethan Nicolo to the fold, you're going to see a lot more plays just like that one. But the Blues lead by 3. Langford draws the free kick. Free kicks brought to you by Fresh Fit 405. Goal differential for Tenfifteen FC continues to get more and more lopsided as the season wears on. The Mints have scored only one on the season. And now with these three tallied up here in the first half in Edmond, have allowed 21 goals this season. That's a goal differential of 20 if you're not quick with math. United, on the other hand, has allowed only 3 this year. And now with the 3 first half goals tallied up, 18 on the season, and make it 19. Matija Milinovic. It's 4-0 at Chad Richardson Stadium. We are on the verge of things getting really ugly now. We knew coming into this match that things could get one-sided. And things have certainly gone that way in the first 38 and a half minutes. As I went down to go talk to Jimmy Nielsen prior to the match. Assistant coach on the staff, Ben Langford, Eli Langford's dad actually, was at the door of the locker room. Players were rolling out, going out to warm up, get loose. And every single one of them that walked by him, he said, play up to our standards. No matter what they play like, play up to our standards. That's basically been the story here in the first half. United not resting, continuing to apply the pressure. Warren survives there. The standards here at United, incredibly high. Top of the table in the Red River Conference. Looking to make a true run as the playoffs begin to inch closer. Colo. Milinovic spills it outside to Kareem Williams. Langford cuts it to his left boot. Langford's shot is saved. To the corner flag we go. Playoffs go in 4 stages, really 3 stages. Obviously, United will be well within the conversation for a spot at the championship. As Beckham Williams plays it at the front post, and he'll get to do it again. Playoff layout goes division, then region, then nationals. Brought to you by I should say conference rather than division. Williams at the back post this time. Milinovic shoots it off the field goal posts. It'll be a goal kick. So the top 4 teams in the Red River Conference will play first. 1-leg matchup. Got to win 2 matches to get out of the Red River Conference. Right now it would be Oklahoma United against 4-0 SC if it was to start today. FC Dallas U23s and Central Dallas FC would be the opposite match. Winner of the Red River Conference will then play the regional matchup, which would be the winner out of the Mid-American Conference, which includes Evolution U23, Emporia FC, Union KC, and Tulsa Athletic. Eli Langford on the counterattack. Just about to get shifty. Center back Reddit. Good effort from Mokhtari defensively. Or Mokhtari, excuse me. Bucha on the far side. Oklahoma United is able to win that matchup and able to come out of the Central region. And you meet up with the winners of the West region, the South region, and the Northeast regions. And those 4 teams will vie for the League for Clubs championship. All of that to be played out the final 3 weeks of July. Conferences first, then your region, and then the National Cup ties. Contact. The official will not give the whistle. Bucha on the far side thought there was enough. This is Shea Prescott.
1 minute of extra time in the first half. 1 minute of extra time.
One minute added time here in the first half. It's been all Oklahoma United so far. Why not make it 5? Milinovic into the keeper's area. Has a man on the cutback. Shots deflected. What a play defensively for Tenfifteen. Gio Torres able to stop the shot from Carter Adams. Keeper out of position, felt like that was a sure thing, and now Tenfifteen on the opposite end trying to build something. But Dalhart not allowing it. Soft clearance, throw in for United. Nicolo to Langford. Space, Langford! It's 5 now for United. Eli Langford, goal number 8 on the season.
Scored by number 19, Elijah Langford, and assisted by number 9, Ethan Nicola.
This match is a runaway. There's no other way to put it. 16 shots tallied up on our scoreboard here at the stadium for Oklahoma United to Tenfifteen's 1. Blues just completely outclassing their opponent here tonight. Defending home turf once again so far through their first 2 home matches, yet to give up a goal. Make that 2.5 matches now. And they have outscored opponents here at Chad Richardson Stadium 10-0 through 5 halves of play. We've reached the 45-minute mark. The referee's blown his whistle, and we'll get prepared for half number 2 here in the commercial break. We appreciate you tuning in. 5-goal lead for Oklahoma United. We'll be right back.
crossbar challenge. Featured by Soccer USA OKC. It's World Cup season, as you all might know. I got some wonderful players right here, and we're all going to compete for a crossbar challenge. If multiple people hit the crossbar, then you go another round. Let's make it happen, okay? So we're going to go over here. At that goal right there, we're going to line up the balls. Good try, good try.
Welcome back to Chad Richardson Stadium here in Edmond. It is a lopsided scoreline right now. 5-0 Oklahoma United, well out ahead of Tenfifteen FC. Mentioned at the top of the broadcast, it's the top of the table versus the bottom of the table, and you're seeing the top of the table against the bottom of the table. I'm Dylan Rivera, been alongside you here this evening, and we'll be alongside you all season long. We're now reaching the halfway point of the season, and Oklahoma United looks really strong, especially here on their home turf. I mentioned right before the halftime break, they have outscored opponents now 10-0 in 5 halves of soccer here in Edmond. It's been a whirlwind of a first half, a lot of highlights to get through, so we'll go ahead and roll the tape and get right to it because it was busy. And obviously when you score 5 goals, there's a lot of highlights to go through, and that started out with Kareem Williams getting the first goal of the match, and Kareem Williams, his first goal of the season. Team captain, played at Mid-America Christian University, played at NOC Tonkawa as well. A guy that really isn't expected to score goals, and I don't think he expected to score that one either. It was a cross to the back post, but still gave it a chance and got past the outstretched arms of Warren. This was the first real attempt from Tenfifteen FC. It went off the post, and then Milinovic heading it toward goal. Ethan Taylor able to get the finish. That was goal number 2. Ethan Nicolo, goal number 3. All 3 of those guys get their first goals on the season. And then the 4th from Matija Milinovic, goal number 5, came from the sharpshooter himself, Eli Langford. And that brings us to a 5-0 scoreline. It's been a rapid-fire start. Oklahoma United through the first half, just rolling past 10-15 FC. We'll scoot over a little bit more, make you some more room here. Alex Zonneveld, the GM here for Oklahoma United, joining me here at halftime. Appreciate you coming up.
It's a pleasure. Pleasure to be here.
First half thoughts, got to be pretty positive.
It really is. I mean, what can you say? 5-0, incredibly comprehensive. Look, I think sometimes it's the nature of the beast with these leagues that sometimes the fact is you get mismatches. And today has been a bit of a mismatch. We know that. Having said that, you know, it's a 5-0 lead. I'm never going to be upset about that. So you got to take the positives now, and then we can kind of take a more measured approach.
Absolutely. So I had mentioned this at half that Jimmy Nielsen has not called off the dogs right now. It has been completely a pressing style of play. He has not decided to sit back. I asked him if he would do that and then invite them to play a little bit. And so far, he's continued to keep the foot on the gas. I don't know if that continues on in the second half or not, but it shows that Jimmy Nielsen not afraid to keep running it up.
Knowing the kind of manager Jimmy is, and I work with him quite closely, he is absolutely the kind of manager who is not going to go easy on opposition. This, respectfully, is not a preseason friendly, right? This is not a game where, you know, you're just out there to warm up. This is a league game, and every point matters. We want to finish the division at the top, and Jimmy knows that more than most. Now, does that mean he's not going to rest anyone in the second half? No, of course not. We probably will rotate as we look to go. But I know that this game is very much momentum-based. So, you know, you really want to keep that momentum up. So when it comes to, you know, our next home game against Faro on Saturday, we want these guys to be sharp. We want them to be ready. So, look, I'm really not that surprised. I think if 10-15 wanted to take part in this league, they had to be ready for Jimmy Nielsen and those attack dogs. And I think they felt the full bite of that so far.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you brought up that it's, you know, a league game and there's so much to play for. I sort of laid out the playoff picture and what's ahead for Oklahoma United. Obviously, you being in the GM spot, you'll be certainly in the weeds with all of that. So what can Oklahoma United fans expect for the path ahead for United?
First of all, let me just clarify, and I know it's very cliche to say, we are going to get to the end of our league campaign first, right? So, of course, this is all hypothetical. The one thing we are looking at now is just ensuring we finish in, really, I mean, we're looking for the top spot, but the top 4 minimum of our division, of the Red River Conference. You know, we wanted to be finishing higher than that. Then of that, as I'm sure you'll have explained, Dylan, already, it's the top 4 in a seeded kind of divisional playoff. So first versus fourth, second versus third.
Right.
So we just want to ensure that we're in a strong position. Obviously, the higher seeded team is going to get that home advantage. And we know with the Chad Richardson how vital that home advantage could be, how much, you know, having those, you know, thousands of fans in the stadium on a Saturday can really kind of push a team through. Of course, look, if we can get a win in the finals of that divisional playoff, we're going to be very excited for, you know, a regional final against, you know, a potential Tulsa side in the form of Tulsa Athletic, or, you know, one of those Kansas City sides. So really, there's a huge amount of excitement. I think the fans have a lot to be excited for. But right now, although things have been fantastic and looking very encouraging, we're keeping our feet planted firmly on the ground. Let's get through the season first and cross that bridge when we come to it.
Certainly starts with the second half here against 10-15, and you had mentioned it doesn't seem like the type of match where you're going to really see United take the foot off the gas, but you may see some substitutions. I know Jimmy said something like he'd love to make 4 substitutes at halftime and just be able to let some guys go. And it makes sense, especially because right now you're really in the thick of the regular season campaign, and you've got a lot of matches in quick succession. I asked him if they were doing anything differently in that sense. Obviously, you know, it was quick in May, and then it seemed like it kind of took a little bit of a breath, but then it picks right back up, and you go back to back to back again. At least they're all at home this time. But he said nothing really changes in terms of the flow of things, just trying to make sure everybody's rested, everybody kind of takes care of their body in their own way. But being at this point of the season, you've got to make sure everybody's healthy. Got to make sure everybody's in good form. Those are things you're taking into account. 4OSC comes in on Saturday. You want to defend your home turf. That's a big deal. But at this point of the season, is there anything that you look at with this United team as far as the roster goes that maybe you can say, this has been a great fit for us. This has been something that we've been looking forward to, because you're still adding guys right now. I mentioned that as well. So as far as the team goes itself, the players individually, what have you liked so far?
I think the first thing, and this is more of a point around the squad as a whole, we have an incredibly fit, talented, fast squad. So not just our starting 11, we've got plenty of players on the bench. As it happens, he's starting today. Tucker Austin's got a lot of pace, but Carter Adams in particular, who's also starting today, has come off the bench a lot this season. He's been excellent. He's incredibly quick. And teams have struggled to deal with our fitness and our pace. And when you get to that second half, 60, 70-minute point, that's where a lot of our goals really start piling up. But I think we don't have many weaknesses in our team. I think on an individual level, I've been particularly impressed with our attacking line. Eli Langford, there were some really high expectations, and for me, I think he's not only met but surpassed them in terms of finishing. But not just, Eli. I think you're looking at Matija Mogolovic, as I've heard him nicknamed by a few fans. Ethan Taylor. Obviously, Ethan Nicola's just come in today, and that's been a really good debut to see. So, and albeit he's not in the squad today, as I understand, he's being rested, but Gideon Bossman Kwanzaa as well has been, immense and was superb against FC Dallas under 23. So, look, I think generally I've been very impressed with the squad as a whole and the depth we've managed to develop and the culture we've managed to develop. And the biggest thing I can point to for that is the fact that really we haven't been exposed too much in any area. And that's the thing I want to see. I really love being able to say, what is our weakness? Well, we have some that I'm not going to point out, but so far it seems like the opposition has struggled to find them.
Yeah, and that's a credit to the players, a credit to Jimmy Nielsen, a credit to the leadership team as well, and what you guys have done here with Oklahoma United. We'll throw our sponsors up one more time here before we get to the second half. We've got about a minute left before the play begins once again. Alex Zoneveld, thank you for joining me here at the halftime break.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back. Yeah. They usually take a second to tell me, but yeah, you're clear.
Yeah, awesome. Sorry, I hope that was all right, mate.
No, you're good.
Yeah, that was all right.
I got to rambling at one point too, so I mean, hey, it happens.
It just reminds me of my old radio days.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if I'd have known about the levels, my levels sounded all right, so I guess they were just...
I didn't hear myself there for a minute, so I thought I might have been, yeah.
Maybe it was my levels were fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I could hear you. I just couldn't hear myself. But
Well, that's not mine. I just put on your...
Your volume was just down. I don't know if you turned it down.
I didn't.
I just didn't check both mics.
I don't know.
I didn't touch it.
Yeah, I don't know. Second half underway. Oklahoma United 5 goals in front. Dylan Rivera here alongside you this evening. Hasn't been much of a contest, to be quite honest with you. United's been able to dominate in every facet of this matchup. Some changes in the lineup, but certainly you expect the level of play to hold up for United here. As they inch into the keeper's area before a light clearance from Tenfifteen. Free kick on the way for Tenfifteen. Substitutions that I've noticed here. We've got Eddie Moignet, number 20 in the match. Number 55 is Eli Berry. Number 11, TJ Chiororo. Looks like number 34, Nikhil Alexander. And on the far side, number 14, Stephen Laguerre. Whistle. And a free kick on the way for United. Yellow card assessed. It's Peter Mbucha. Little Summy got a yellow in the first half. It's the only time that the official has had to reach into his pocket prior to this. I mentioned those changes in the lineup, but still some from the original starting 11 out on the pitch. Kareem Williams, Isaac Dalhart, Shea Prescott, Beckham Williams, and Ethan Nicolo. No change in goal either. Alexis Bertrand still in between the posts. Williams, quick touch to Berry, who launches that over everyone's head. Certainly would love to have that one back. Throw in for Tenfifteen on the far side. The home match on Saturday against 4OSC. Is that shot saved? That was off the volley for United. That was Nikhil Alexander. Alexander's moved around a little bit as far as where his home base is. Played at Ranger College. It's a JUCO. 6 goals in 7 matches there, and then played a season for an MLS Next club, FC America at CFL Spurs, and also for another local semi-pro team, before finding his way to Oklahoma United. Tenfifteen trying to find a way through, but not yet. Eli Berry. Outside, it's Alexander. Now cutting inside. Stripped of the ball. Mokhtari. Nicolo pressing, nearly got away with it. Chiroro. Now Barry. Barry working it in from the wide area, right at the gloves of Jacob Warren. Nicholas Rowe outside. It's Rodriguez now. Rowe in the keeper's area. Prescott on him. Rowe goes down. Prescott takes it away. Push from behind, and there's the whistle. Drawn by Christian Cabrera. Not much danger there. Lawanye. Alexander got into the keeper's area. Mokhtari. Another whistle on Shea Prescott. Not sure if you can hear that at home, but the fire alarm is going off here in the press box. I don't know if that's a stadium-wide thing or just up here. Starting to see some fans turning around. Not sure if this is a threat or not. It just went off, so I'm gonna guess no. Ball in for Tenfifteen. In front of goal. It gets through. And Tenfifteen has just scored their second goal on the season. And it's on the conference leaders. Abdiel Pineda.
That's a goal for number 9, Abdiel Pineda.
That is the first goal allowed by Oklahoma United here at Chad Richardson Stadium. The first time that these home fans have seen the opponent score. And it's Tenfifteen that's able to break through. (5-1) the score line now. That is the exact score line that Oklahoma United beat Dallas Dragons by on May 30th. Laguerre and Chiroro. Good ball by Barry. Wanye unable to get his boot to it. The result is a corner kick for United. Ironic mentioning Laguerre and then Chiroro. Those two guys were teammates at Southwestern Christian University alongside Ethan Bonaparte as well. I mentioned a lot of the team building, trying to build chemistry, but in little windows like that, there are teammates out here. Beckham Williams the ball in, and the clearance by Tenfifteen. Wanye punches it down and punches it at the keeper. It's saved by Warren. There's little pockets of team chemistry like that. Mentioned earlier, Shea Prescott, Alexis Bertrand, and Ethan Taylor, all Oklahoma City Stars. Tyler Wheatcroft and Ethan Nicolo both played for Oklahoma Christian. Nicolo now calls Northwestern University home, making the transfer to the Chicago-based D1 program. Harry Tremblez, an NSU guy, just about to check in. He'll take the place of Ethan Nicolo.
Subbing in for Ethan Nicolo is number 28, Harry Tremblez.
Carter Adams, also a Northeastern State player. You can see the connections all across the roster. Those help with the team chemistry just a little bit to know at least 1, 2, maybe 3 guys on the team. Saves you just a little bit from having to learn an entirely new roster, an entirely new teammates, entirely new coaches. Some familiarity brings a sense of comfortability. Now Barry on the move, splits defenders. What a move from Barry. Eli Barry, a solo run. It's 6-1. And if we can see the move from Barry here, this is phenomenal. Has mint jerseys all around him, puts it between the 2 defenders, slides forward, and puts it past Warren with the left boot. That's a special play from Eli Barry. That is a special, special play. And goal number 1 on the season for Barry. Front Porch Homes, the sponsor for goals. And there's been a lot of them here tonight. 7 between the 2 squads, 6 of them from the Blues. The 8th minute, it was Kareem Williams. In the 23rd minute, it was Ethan Taylor. In the 36th minute, it was Ethan Nicolo. In the 39th minute, it was Matija Milinovic. And then at the 45-minute mark, Eli Langford, and now in the 58th, Eli Barry. Goal kick on the way.
Subbing in a few moments ago for Tenfifteen is number 11, Riley Torres.
There was a substitution moments ago for Tenfifteen, number 11, Riley Torres joins the defensive line. Also number 5, Giovanni Gonzalez. Ball back to Warren. Tremblez pressuring. Laguerre is there. He slides in, and that is going to draw the whistle and a little bit more. Yellow card assessed to Stephen Laguerre. It's an extremely young player. Stephen Laguerre, the youngest player out here today, at least, and maybe the youngest on the roster.
Yellow card given to number 14, Stephen Laguerre.
If my math serves me right, he just had his 17th birthday not long ago. Shot saved. My roster on my computer says 2001. The roster here on paper says 2009. Based off the ages of most of these guys here, I would guess the 2001 is probably closer to correct. Although it wouldn't be too far-fetched if it was a 2009. We'll have to find that information out for you.
This corner kick is brought to you by Teriyaki Men's.
Just played his sophomore season at Southwestern Christian. Now it's Beckham Williams to send in the corner kick. He just finished his freshman season at Xavier. Rolling out to Kareem Williams. Now it's Dalhart. Dalhart spots the open man on the far side. Wanye. Back to Prescott. Williams, great ball, just a little too much. It goes past Eli Berry, and a goal kick now for Tenfifteen. Wanye. Barry. Tremblez. Finds Kareem Williams in front of goal. Deflected over the bar. Another corner kick on the way for Oklahoma United. In from Williams. Spills out. Alexander off the frame. And a goal kick now. That ball had a lot of pace. Let's just put that out there. I don't think there's anything Warren could have done to catch that ball if it was 1 foot further to the right. Placement just a little off, but the power was there. Barry on his left boot. It's blocked. Kareem Williams to Moignet. Edge of the keeper's area. Alexander. TJ Chiaroro. Had to get by one more defender. Held up by Tenfifteen. Nicholas Rowe playing it through, but Prescott will win the foot race. Pace here has ticked up a little bit. And now United slowing it back down. Alexander. Tremblez blocked. Laguerre got a touch, but couldn't control it. Gonzalez spills it back out. Pressure on the keeper, and Warren able to find a window to get it out. Moignet. Into the attacking third. Kareem Williams, left-footed cross. And it rolls all the way across. Tremblez wasn't able to get his head to it. Nicholas Rowe. This is Torres. Tremblez makes a good play. Rowe gets it to his right boot, just enough space to have a shot. But Bertrand not tested. Third shot of the match for Tenfifteen. Tremblez on the run. That's Warren off his line. Shielding Warren. Plays it toward goal. No one's there to clean it up in that angle. It was always going to be difficult to score with pressure on. Tremblez has made a couple of really special plays when pressing. Nicholas Rowe slow to get up. Official stop play. Tenfifteen winless, unable to get a draw this season either. 0-4. And their losses have not been rather pretty. 7-0. They lost to FC Dallas U23s in the season opener. Lost to 4 OSC 2-1, so that one looks at least a little better on paper. Then lost 4-0 to the Dallas Dragons and 5-0 to Central Dallas FC, and now trailing 6-1 to Oklahoma United with time still remaining. Kel Alexander. Finds its way to Dalhart. Goal kick on the way. Two substitutions, one for both sides. Substitutes brought to you by Glaucoma Surgeons of Oklahoma. It's Ethan Bonaparte checking into the match for Oklahoma United. He'll take the place of Beckham Williams. And for Tenfifteen, it's number 22, John Trujillo. And off the pitch, number 8, Lowell Summy. Played over 72 minutes of action now. United has looked like a force tonight. Clearly does not have any intention of slowing down. Kept the press on. Continuing to get into the attacking third. Now obviously Tenfifteen is also playing a very defensive set here in the second half. Trembles trying to shield and power his way into enough room for a shot. Williams, edge of the keeper's area, takes a deflection. Nicholas Rowe controls in front of Williams. Cabrera, for the third time tonight, draws the whistle. Fresh fit 405 free kick.
This free kick is brought to you by Fresh Fit 405. It is a reminder that after the game, you will have time on the pitch to get autographs. And don't forget to join us again this coming Saturday at 7 p.m. when we take on 4-0 FC.
Eli Berry. Good ball from Wanye to Laguerre. Flipping sides of the pitch, Kareem Williams. Eli Berry, and that's in. Truthfully, I didn't think that went in from this angle. That looked like it went into the side of the net. I was in some disbelief seeing Warren dive for it and let it through. That was on the near post. And Warren giving that up. That's a tight window to fit it through. And Eli Berry, like a marksman, is able to find that little window and scores his second on the night. And the 7th of the match for Oklahoma United. Outstanding performance here for Oklahoma United. This is probably the most comfortable Oklahoma United will be all season long. Not just from a scoreline standpoint, because you do have to play Tenfifteen FC again, and you may end up with this very same scoreline, but you're doing it on your home pitch as well. Able to sleep in your own bed tonight. And eat your own food tonight. Not have to pack into the team bus tonight. United has got to be feeling nothing but positive right now. Sure, like all perfectionists, Jimmy Nielsen and the staff down there might find some little nuggets that they'd like to clean up, make a little sharper. But for all the fans, you've got to be pleased. Not often you see a 7-1 scoreline. Not often you see 8 goals in a match regardless. Much less a 7-1 lopsided scoreline like this. I mentioned in the last matchup with FC Dallas that Jimmy Nielsen saw progression from his team in those first 3 matches of the season. Said the first performance was okay against the Dallas Dragons. Got a 3-0 victory there. Felt good about it. First half went scoreless, but felt like you had a handle on things. Tremblez tries one. Fired off the bottom of the field goal posts. Goal kick to come. Second match was against Foro SC on the road. It was another 3-0 win. Jimmy Nielsen described that one as a good performance. Then you go to the home of the Dallas Dragons. Plano, Texas, May 30th. Get a 5-1 victory. He said that was a great performance. Okay to good to great. Then a 2-2 draw against Central Dallas. He said he felt like the team took a step back. Felt like that was a wake-up call for Oklahoma United. And that wake-up call came at the right time. The match before playing FC Dallas, that's when you better be awake. When the U23s roll in, I mean, that's the team to beat as far as United is concerned. Graham Williams fires it into the side of that. Some frustration. You could hear it all the way in the press box. Felt he should have done better there. But United felt like they were the team to beat, and they did so. They did beat them. 2-0 win. Both goals in the first half. Second half, United was able to sit back and be defensive. I mentioned during that broadcast that the possession statistics might be a little lopsided for FC Dallas. And by the end of the match, it was 58% to 42. But of course, with United sitting back defensively, you could see where that might end up being the scenario. And now here against Tenfifteen, look at this one as really a refresh. Be able to continue to get loose, continue to really tick up in form, and hope that you can carry momentum from a game like this into the next match on Saturday against Foro SC. Graham Williams, the team captain, down, the athletic trainer out alongside him. He's up to his feet. So far, knock on wood, United has dodged any major injury bullets in this summer. Mentioned Shea Prescott playing with some tape on his hand.
This free kick is brought to you by Freshman 405.
Discussed it maybe being a dislocated finger. Training staff said it may be more of a tendon issue with his finger, but either way, at least able to play through it. Tucker Austin, a player that Shows a lot of pace. The fullback spots. Was injured most of his college season at Midwestern State. Tremblez pressing. Got to it, but the touch too heavy. Intelligent, sneaky play from Harry Tremblez. But Austin now wears that brace on his knee. Still able to compete, obviously, and compete at a high level, but certainly got to think he'd prefer not to have the brace on his knee and be able to be at full health all the time. You got to imagine he would have loved to contribute a little more to Midwestern State's Division II National Championship. But a major contributing member here for United. Tenfifteen gets a corner kick. Corner kick's brought to you by Teriyaki Madness. Third corner kick of the night for Tenfifteen. Ball in, front post, Prescott heads it away. Goes back in, and Bertrand able to get the gloves on it.
That corner kick was brought to you by Teriyaki Madness.
Referencing that last match to FC Dallas U23 squad, I talked to Jimmy Nielsen about it. I said, you got to feel pretty positive. Come away from what you've really booked as the match to win, a marquee matchup. Come away with a 2-0 victory, 2 goals in the first half, able to play good defense in the second half, and that's kind of what he pointed to was the second half. He had said it showed that they could control a match without the ball, and thought it was a really good team effort. Mentioned the possession statistics in FC Dallas leading the way by a difference of 16%. Nielsen, none too surprised by that. Mentioned in the pregame conversation I had with him that he expected the possession statistics to be lopsided. Throw in on the way for Tenfifteen. Mentioned the 4-0 match on Saturday. United finishes out their regular season with 2 more road matches following Saturday and 1 final home match on July 6th. They'll go to 10-15. That's in Frisco, Texas on June 20th. Play at the FC Dallas U23 squad's home, also Frisco, Texas. Same place, by the way. June 26th will be that match. Another one to really prep for and really make sure you're in top form for. And then Central Dallas FC will be the final regular season home match for United. If United is able to maintain the top seed in the conference, they will host any of the conference matchups that they might see. So that first round matchup, let's say Oklahoma United finishes first in the Red River Conference. They'll play whoever's fourth, they'll host. And then regardless of who wins the 2-3 matchup, Oklahoma United would also host, being the higher seed. That's still a few weeks away. Wins like this certainly help build the confidence. But also help when you look at the table and see numbers that are just so separated. Shot attempt from Alexander. Warren able to save it. Goal differential after tonight, if the score holds as is, will be plus 18 for United. And it will drop to a staggering minus 23 for Tenfifteen. Kareem Williams. Tremblez. Barry feeds to Tremblez. Tremblez to Kareem Williams. Scored once on that style of pass. Crossing it in, back post. This time Warren not going to let it through. Prescott with a clean challenge. Doesn't give Cabrera a chance on the counterattack. Chiroro. Now Williams back post. Tremblez, it's punched away. Chiroro has time to set and fire. It goes wide. Give another shout out to all of our sponsors as we get close to the end of this match. Corner kicks brought to you by Tropical Smoothie Cafe and Teriyaki Madness. Free kicks brought to you by Fresh Fit 405. Goals brought to you by Front Porch Homes. I got it right that time. Substitute shout outs. Those are glaucoma surgeons of Oklahoma. Chiroro. Now to Bonaparte. Tremblez across to Chiroro. Able to keep it in play. And now a Fresh Fit 405 free kick on the way for United. In the waning moments of the match. Ball sliding between everyone, and another goal for United. Somehow that ball rolled beyond everyone and was able to find the boot of Harry Tremblez. So 8-1 almost certainly will be your final score here tonight. I think one thing you've really got to be happy about if you're a United fan, United coach, United player, is to see 7 guys contribute to the scoring here tonight. Obviously, we've seen some really top-class performances. Matija Milinovic got a hat trick earlier this season, able to find 3 goals against the Dallas Dragons. Eli Langford has had multiple goals in multiple games, but tonight 7 different guys. Eli Berry able to get 2, but everybody else contributing 1. 7 guys score for Oklahoma United in an 8-1 victory over Tenfifteen FC.
We'll be back here at Chad Richardson Stadium on Saturday night at 7 o'clock, so please join us again now.
Here in Edmond, this team looks calm, cool, and collected. They've allowed now 1 goal at Chad Richardson Stadium. It was allowed here tonight against Tenfifteen. Kept FC Dallas U23s and Dallas Dragons out, but Tenfifteen, bottom of the table, was able to find 1 here tonight, their 2nd goal on the season. And the goal difference here in Edmond, in front of the waterfall, in front of their home fans, is 13-1. Oklahoma United now 5-1-0 on the season. Tenfifteen falls to 0-0-5. United continuing to solidify themselves at the top of the table. Points tally now raises to 16 for United. And I mentioned multiple times here tonight, there's still another home match this week. Saturday, 4-0 SC will come to Edmond to take on Oklahoma United, take on the top team in the Red River Conference. And they better be ready for a fight, because this Oklahoma United team has made mincemeat of many of the teams here in this league. But certainly here tonight against Tenfifteen. 4-0 SC right now 4th in the table, but things could be shaken up here tonight. There's action all across the Red River Conference. That match Saturday night will be at 7 p.m. Make sure you make your way out here to UCO, or you can tune in live here on YouTube like you did here tonight. Let's run through some post-game highlights. It was a busy night. 7-goal difference, 8 goals in total for United and 1 for Tenfifteen as well. It's easy to see that there's going to be a lot of highlights. Tenfifteen did get a pretty good shot opportunity there against Bertrand, but were only able to find the woodwork. And then Milinovic heading it in. It was Ethan Taylor that finished that one. And then Ethan Nicolo scored. And then it was another goal from Matija Milinovic. These are all first half goals, by the way. Matija Milinovic scores that one. That was in the 39th minute. And then Eli Langford got it to his left boot. Clinical striker, always going to finish past the goalkeeper in a one-on-one situation. There you see it again from a different angle. Langford just a phenomenal player in attack. This was Tenfifteen finding a goal. Just a really good effort there from Abdiel Pineda to give Tenfifteen their 2nd goal on the season. Oklahoma United able to cruise to a victory here tonight, in large part to the attacking acumen they showed in that final third. A lot of times it's easy to get up there against a team like Tenfifteen and get overzealous, get excited, start to see your eyes widen up, and you feel like you can have that opportunity to score and start to mess things up. You start to misstep. You start to lose possession. Don't shield strong enough. Those sort of things might happen. You didn't see much of that here tonight. Oklahoma United was truly dominant from the first whistle to the final. And after 90 minutes of play, 8 goals in for United, 1 for Tenfifteen. I'll run through them one more time. Kareem Williams, Ethan Taylor, Ethan Nicolo, Matija Milinovic, Eli Langford, all scored in the first half for United. It was 5-0 at half. Abdiel Pineda came out in the 54th minute and got an answer for Tenfifteen. And then Eli Berry scored goals 1 and 2 for himself on the season in the 59th and in the 75th. And then Harry Tremblay pretty much at the buzzer, able to score his first on the season. So a lot of different names get in. A lot of different names get on the score sheet. And it's 9 goals total scored here tonight. 8 for United, 1 for Tenfifteen. A huge victory here at Chad Richardson Stadium. United will look to do it again on Saturday against 4 SC, 7 p.m. We hope you'll make the trip out to Edmond. Come see them play in person. If not, again, we will bring you the stream here live on YouTube. We appreciate you for tuning in here tonight. Shout out to all of our great sponsors: Tropical Smoothie Cafe, Teriyaki Madness, Fresh Fit 405, Glaucoma Surgeons of Oklahoma, and Front Porch Homes. We will see you Saturday night.